The trick is in what one emphasizes. We either make ourselves miserable or we make ourselves happy. The amount of work is the same. Discipline, as understood by a warrior, is a creative, open, and produces freedom. It is the ability to face the unknown, transforming the feeling of knowing into reverent astonishment of considering things that exceed the scope of our habits and daring to face the only war that is worthwhile, the battle for awareness. The self-confidence of the warrior is not the self-confidence of the average man. The average man seeks certainty in the eyes of the onlooker and calls that self-confidence. The warrior seeks impeccability in his own eyes and calls that humbleness. The average man is hooked to his fellow man, while the warrior is hooked only to infinity. Self-importance requires spending most of one's life offended by something or someone. In The Art of Dreaming, Don Juan tells Carlos, most of our energy goes into upholding our importance. If we are capable of losing some of that importance, two extraordinary things would happen to us. One, we would free our energy from trying to maintain the illusory idea of our grandeur. And two, we would provide ourselves with enough energy to catch a glimpse of the actual grandeur of the universe. Never take a path that has no heart in it. You can't lose if your heart is in your word, but you can't win if your heart is not in it. All paths are the same. They lead nowhere. Does this path have a heart? If it does, the path is good. If it doesn't, it is of no use. Both paths lead nowhere, but one has a heart, the one doesn't. One makes for a joyful journey. As long as you follow it, you are with it. The other will make you curse your life. One makes you strong, the other weakens you. In a world where death is the hunter, my friend, there's no time for regrets or doubts. There's only time for decisions. The basic difference between an ordinary man and a warrior is that a warrior takes everything as a challenge, while an ordinary man takes everything as a blessing or a curse. Only if one loves the earth with unbending passion can one relieve one's sadness, Don Juan said. Warriors are always joyful because their love is unalterable and their beloved, the earth, embraces them and bestows upon them unconceivable gifts. The sadness belongs only to those who hate the very thing that gives shelter to their beings. Don Juan again caressed the ground with tenderness. This lovely being, which is alive to its last recess and understands every feeling, soothed me. It cured me of my pains, and finally I had fully understood my love for it. It taught me freedom. We don't need to be thankful for, we just need to be more thankful. One day, I found out that personal history was no longer necessary for me, and like drinking, I dropped it. Little by little, you must create a fog around yourself. You must erase everything around you until nothing can be taken for granted, until nothing is any longer for sure or real. Your problem now is that you're too real. Your endeavors are too real. Your moods are too real. Don't take things so for granted. You must begin to erase yourself. To be a warrior is not a simple matter of wishing to be one. It's rather an endless struggle that will go on to the very last moment of our lives. Nobody is born a warrior in exactly the same way that nobody is born an average man. We make ourselves into one or the other. The ego is like a tired old dog. We can never kill it, so put it out to the back porch, let it rest there, and step around it. You are like you are, because you tell yourself that you are that way. Death is the only wise advisor that we had. Wherever you feel, as you always do, that everything is going wrong and you're about to be annihilated, turn to your death and ask if that is so. Your death will tell you that you're wrong, that nothing really matters outside its touch. Your death will tell you, I haven't touched you yet. Will is what can make you succeed when your thoughts tell you that you're defeated. The aim is to balance the terror of being alive with the wonders of being alive. We talk to ourselves incessantly about our world. In fact, we maintain our world with our internal talk. And whenever we finish talking to ourselves about ourselves and our world, the world is always as it should be. We renew it. We rekindle it with life. We uphold it with our internal talk. Not only that, but we also choose our paths as we talk to ourselves. Thus, we repeat the same choices over and over until the day we die. Because we keep on repeating the same internal talk over and over until the day we die, a warrior is aware of this and stresses to stop his internal talk. Things don't change, only the ways you look at them. In the universe, there's an unmeasurable, indescribable force which shamans call intent, and absolutely everything that exists in the entire universe is attached to intent by a connecting link. When one has nothing to lose, one becomes courageous. We are timid only when there is something we can still cling to. A man of knowledge lives by acting, not by thinking about acting. Intent is not a thought, or an object, or a wish. Intent is what could make a man succeed when his thoughts tell him that he is defeated. It operates in spite of the warrior's indulgence. Intent is what makes him invulnerable. Intent is what sends a shaman through a wall, through space, to infinity. It takes all the time and all the energy we have to conquer the idiocy in us.